Welcome back to King's Bounty, the Legend. It's been a while. I need to get back into the swing of things here. We're in Arlania. I think we did all the quests here, though, other than the tower, which we can't really do right now. Also, there's a spider dungeon, but again, I don't feel like I can handle that yet. Let's see. Need to find the Dragon Draha. Earl's Dungeon, which is Helga's Cave, which I also don't think I can handle right now. It's a castle siege. That's just going to take a while. That's a castle siege. Verlon Forest. Yeah, let's just go to Verlon. We very briefly dipped into there while collecting the cargo so we could keep the ship. I mean, technically we could have just kept the ship, but nah. Okay. So we've been to the southeast beach. There's a lighthouse there. Looks like some sort of crag or something there. Wait, Viking's ship. That wasn't here before, I don't think. Oh, I can restock on barbarians. If I play more of these games in the series, I'm probably going to skip the Viking game because apparently it's bad. Like, boring bad. Let's see. Bears, Thorn Hunters, Berserkers, Bowman, Thorn Hunter, Hyena, Barbarian. Let's start with the small islands. Ooh, that's just literally free resources right here. Huh. Weird. Scroll bag. 2 scrolls of precision. A trader. Welcome, traveler. Would you like to look at my goods? Okay, show me what you have. You have 16 devilfish. I don't think you're doing too hot there, buddy, if you're trying to sell off these awful fish. Let's see. Let's try the other one. Look, do you have a boat? A ship I can sell you for 1,200 gold coins. Why would I need another boat? I guess it's just another option to have a boat. I need to get more swordsmen again. That's the archers. Kill the plant stack. I'm just gonna pull axe. Oh. Yeah, that stack so that they're less dangerous. And berserk. Yeah, the berserkers are good. I guess last time I said something about not liking them that much. I like them a lot. They're a little fragile, it feels like. No, not even. They have like 12 defense. They're just helpless against range units because they have relatively limited... I feel like their speed limits them more than other units with the same speed. I'm just gonna hit defense because I'm pretty sure, yeah. Still have not found any rage spirits. Training target. Having practiced with the target and struck it full of arrows, you now feel you can attack better. Attack +1. Okay. You're like, I don't know how to make rage spirits actually show up, which I guess is... I need to look up just how it works mechanically. Yeah, I mean, might as well keep fighting here. There's also just the very high possibility that I was playing really poorly with them. And that I should just be hitting Berserk. I mean, the AI is good enough for that. I should be casting haste on them is what I should be doing. It's kind of like always giving Cecil the Berserk Band or whatever it's called in other versions of FF4. God, FF4 had really good, like, party options. I need to play 5. Although I'm more afraid of screwing up in games with actual class systems. Not because I think that I can do irreversible damage or anything. I know that's not the thing. That's not a thing. I just don't want to end up having to do the extra grinding. Chunk. Scroll. Poison Skull. That's that beach taken care of. Maybe this chest will be better than average. I doubt it. Like, I guess that would be my chief complaint with the game if I had to make one. Just finding treasure individually is not exciting. Yeah, I'll Berserk after. Because, like, so far all the cool artifacts have been buyables. Kill. I'm gonna cast Precision on the archers. Crit. Berserk for that crit. Nice. And they're raging. Crap. I have too many scrolls. I need to start using some that I have, like, spares of. Like, I need to just use precision scrolls. I guess... Poison Skull is too good to waste on that, though. higher chance of killing, I think. Yeah. Go. 3 magic crystals. Okay, that's decent. Guess I'll need them when I'm, like, leveling up spells, too, so it's not bad. What's this? Druid's House. Oh, hello there, traveler. What can I do for you? Might you have some extra potions or spells for me? Let's see. Thorn Warriors, Pain Mirror Scrolls, Potions of Mana, and bears. Not ancient bears, unfortunately. I don't like the 2 speed. I know they're strong, but, like, I guess they have running, but it's just, I don't know. Not a fan of that. Enemy troop, bowmen, fire dragonflies, whatever. Not concerned with questing right now. I mean, I'll pick quests up and stuff, but, like, I'm more exploring the map, figuring out where things are before working on the current quests. Start using precision scrolls. Oh, do I only get max damage on the normal attack or something? Whatever. Alright, that takes care of the plants. My swordsmen are dead. 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 You are dead. 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 I thought that you were hot. Well, guess what? You're not. God, what game was that from? That's the actual game over theme to a game. Just kind of hoping for a critical there. With its basic attacks. Okay, yeah. Kill. Defend. Defend. Kill. Probably should have grabbed that chest for 200 gold, but whatever. More leadership. You know what? Dismiss the single swordsman, and I guess grab bears. That's a lot of bears, too. This is gonna be annoying, but very doable. Let's just buff these guys up. Just go for the guaranteed kill. And same. Do not mean to box the bears in. Forgot about the dragonfly wings. That's still nice, because that gets me crystals over time. Mind rune here. Another leadership banner here. King's Old Castle Keeper. Welcome, traveler. I am the keeper of the Royal Burial Vault, Sir Richard Harmon. You can see the old family castle of the Kings of Darien behind me. If you want to know what happened here and why this castle became deserted, I'd be happy to tell you. I greet you, Sir Richard. Yes, I'd like to listen to the story of the old castle. As you may know, our former king, Hard the Terrible, grandfather of King Mark, was a very cruel king, indeed, and many of his people starved during his reign. The king always suspected everyone of betrayal and suspected all the servants of theft. Scarcely a day passed that he hadn't executed someone. People tried to rebel, but this only increased the king's cruelty. But his wife, Queen Martha, was a very kind and sympathetic woman. She tried to smooth over all those terrible things her husband had done. She gave food and money to poor people and did her best to help families of those who had died. When King Hard learned of this, he decided to execute all those she had helped. Seeing that her husband had completely lost his mind, Martha asked all the people to leave the castle, said goodbye to her little son Ron, and ordered the walls sealed with stones from outside. There she remained with her mad husband, and so they were together entombed. After this, the capital was moved to the north, to Greenwort. The noble Ron Leonard, named the Peacekeeper, grew up there, where he ruled Darien well, and his noble children Carl and Mark grew up there as well. That's very interesting, thank you. Maybe I can help you somehow. I see you bear the insignia of the Royal Treasure Searcher. This means you have a very important I have a very important task for you. You need to find a treasure. Not a simple one, but the true royal treasure. Sounds very interesting. The deserted castle of Hard the Terrible hides many mysteries and secrets. At night, people hear strange sounds and knocking coming from it. Recently, they discovered the papers of a former royal treasurer, Earl Redcliffe. According to these papers, a part of the royal treasury was kept behind a portrait in a hiding place that only the old king knew. Your job? Well, you see, the royal chest is full of jewels. You must find it. Will you try? I'll try, why not? But I want you to describe this picture. Excuse me. By description, Redcliffe was a handsome and brave man, but he was also a bit of an eccentric. For example, he liked to wear a dress during the carnival. Certainly the Earl was a many-sided person. Alright, I'll try to find this treasure. I shall open a passage to the castle for you, but be careful, for the stories of ghosts are not just romantic gliding on a beautiful legend. Ghosts are very real, and they're dangerous and bloodthirsty creatures. Don't worry, I'll put an end to the ghosts. So we have another dungeon we can do. Not worried about that right now, like I kind of said. Well, like I indirectly said, I guess. Shepherd boy. Sir, help me. Everything has turned to stone, and I too will soon turn to stone. I'm so scared. Calm down, boy, calm down. What's happened? Everybody has turned to stone. It happened recently. Started recently. My mom, dad, Uncle Pymus, and even Squabbler Niles are now just stones. I don't want to be a stone. Sir, you have the horse of a knight. You're a knight, aren't you? My dad told me true knights help everyone and defeat evil. Help me. I don't want to become a stone. That's not true. Knights actually were awful. They were cops. How can I help you? The people must have offended a wizard and he cursed you. No, there are no wizards here, and we would never do harm to a wizard. We're just common peasants. There's only one druid, old Corban, but he's not a wizard. Instead, he cures our animals and sometimes the people if someone is ill. We bring him food and clothes for his help. He was here a little while ago, and after he had left, everybody started to turn to stone. Druid, you say? Tell me where he lives. I'll go to him and ask for advice. Please go there. Corban lives in the woods, somewhere near the lake. I've never been there. Thorn sprout. At least it's all really fragile units. Like, I'm surprised I can't stack kill any. I guess the idea is Magic Poleaxe is one that's really strong early game, but it kind of falls off. Not to say we're not still in early game. Let's try and damage range that one. Nice. Let's see. Okay. So yeah, that works about how I was hoping to just free initial movement. Initial D. Deja vu. I've just been in this place before. Higher on the streets. Castle Verlon. Let's see. An ordinary sword, which can be upgraded to a runic sword. Scrolls of haste. Can I sell from here? Yes, I can. Let's sell... I just want to keep one of each scroll of things that I don't have. Let's see. I have helplessness, and I have dispel. Okay. Okay, and then I can rebuy them if the need arises. Let's see, you have robbers, berserkers. Oh, actual berserkers, not barbarians. Let's see, berserk. Always out of control. Oh. Let's see, 20 attack, 4 defense, 6 initiative. Compared to 25 attack, 16. Oh, that's plus mine. So they're even more aggressive? Interesting. Restock on archers at least. And I'll try having these guys. Let's see. If I'm not mistaken, I'm in the honored presence of the new royal treasure searcher. Is that not so? Well, please allow me to introduce myself. I am the Marquis Contu, King Mark's vice-gerent of the southern Darien. The whole of the Verlon Forest and its environs are under my supervision. Yes, that's right. It is I, Viscount Bill Gilbert. Great, you're just in time. I have a job to offer you. I'm always in need of an army and the help of experienced commanders. You see, these places are known to be very quiet and peaceful, which is why His Majesty sends very few soldiers here, and I'm left to keep order here with very few troops. Well, some gold will come in handy. What do you want me to do? The situation is as follows. The barbarians landed on the south coast and set up camp. I do not mind their camping on the coast, but their foray into the south port is putting a damper on trade. I need someone with enough courage to go down there and talk to their leader. I want him to offer him a treaty so that the barbarians will leave the Darien ships in peace, and for each pirate ship they destroy, they'll get a reward. Might this not mean too many rewards for the barbarians? Bill Gilbert, my friend. If we sign the treaty, the barbarian presence will be turned to our advantage, and looting the pirate ships will be quite enough reward. Look, I will not pay a penny to them from the royal treasury, and meanwhile they'll be protecting our frontiers. It's politics, son. Don't worry yourself over it. Your business is to count the money you'll get for a job well done. Perfect plan. I'll find their leader. Okay. Not a lot of runes. Just wanted to check. Castle Verlon, the forest residence of the vice-gerent of Darien's king. Tavern. Let's see, I can get fire dragonflies and thorn hunters here, as well as magic shackles, distortion magic. Enemy target's special abilities will be blocked. It's distortion magic, so I can learn it. Oh, and so is Pain Mirror, which I never looked at. Inflicts magic damage to the enemy target. Damage is equal to the damage inflicted by the target during its own previous attack, 75%. That's interesting. So I can just really harm big hitters. I guess... Let's see, how much of this have we actually checked out now? Quite a bit. And that goes back to Greenward, of course. Oops. I think the... Ah, there's the druid. Welcome you, knight. What has brought you to Old Corbin? Well, Druid, you seem to have visited the village that's located not far from the castle of the Marquis, and there's a problem now. All its residents have turned to stone. There's only a boy left alive. Could you help him? Aha, so that's where he is. I'm sorry, traveler. I was in that village the other day curing some sheep. I did my work, then had lunch with the nice people, but then when I returned home, I couldn't find my amulet of concentration. But if you say the people in the village have turned it to stone, then my amulet must be there. Strong spells protect it from being stolen by evil people. That's why everyone turned to stone. The boy must have picked up my amulet, and it all got started. That's right, there was an amulet around the boy's neck. What a pity. Poor boy. Why did he take what didn't belong to him? We need to take it from the poor boy, or the amulet will take all his living power from him. Then all the people of the village will be free from the protective spells. But if you just take the amulet from the child, he may die. Take it off without doing him mortal harm, you must defeat its keeper. Ah, crap. Okay. Like I said, I'm focusing on exploring right now, so we're not going to do that. Obelisk of Fandor, we'll go ahead and do the fight for that. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Just kill the Tesla coil. Wonderful place for taking a rest. My horse doesn't even want to stray from here. There's another town with a ghost in it. Banner, Castle Geffen. Ancient castle, very well strategically located. Bag of scrolls of shroud.
I welcome you, noble traveler. Do you wish to enter the castle? I warn you, it will do you no good. I've cursed the castle and its master.
Cursed? Why?
Why? I was killed by the present owner of the castle, Baron Norge. He had been my advisor for a couple of years. Then he betrayed me, poisoned me, and took my home, my wife, and my child. Now I, the former owner of the castle, want only one thing, vengeance against the traitor.
Yes, I can understand how you must feel.
Thank you for listening to me, Bill Gilbert. It is good for me to share my problems with someone else.
Yes, it's unjust. How can I help you?
If you kill Baron Nord and occupy the castle, I'll be able to rest in peace, and my son, young Farmir, will rule the castle.
How should you continue the war? Isn't it better to forget? You're becoming just like Nord with your revenge. I believe you should forgive him and disappear peacefully. Ah, that's just declining. Sure. Let's see, spider... Venomous spiders. Oh, like dragonflies. I need those, I think. Barbarians, jewelry stock on. Slippery Cuirass. 2 defense, 10% physical damage resistance for 8k. And top boots, which I already have. Let's pick up the armor, because I don't even have armor in the main slot. Need a better helmet soon. Let's talk to Galena. I welcome you, traveler. You can always find a meal and shelter in our castle. Thank you. You're kind. Let's save, because it's going to be another castle siege. And it might be too strong. Kill that stack of rangers. Weaken them. Run up to eat that melee attack. Or not. Oh yeah, so, channel relevant stuff. A Live a Live remake was announced. I'm not going to re-LP the game, but I will probably stream the remake. So, you've heard those stories of the mad ghost Gostrom, eh? Yes, it's true, I was his counselor. A very good one, I might add. And yes, he died, but it wasn't my fault. I was afraid of being poisoned all the time. So much so that he tried to accustom his body to various poisons. It's no wonder that the Baron, who's already in poor health, accidentally took too much and poisoned himself one day. What about Galena? Yes, I married his widow. Galena is a wonderful young woman. I was secretly in love with her for a long time, but I could do nothing when Gostrom was alive. I didn't even try, but after the terrible accident, my daydreams grew into real hopes. And to my great joy, I managed to persuade her to marry me, to preserve the power of the barony and protect her lands from intervention. I ask you, is that not just as it should be? What about young Farmir, the Baron's son? Why didn't he inherit the castle and the lands? Farmir, that youngster, doesn't even have a mustache. Look at him. What kind of baron could he be, with those eyes? Galena's bastard spawn has no business with Gostrom's lands. That's a lie. The Baron Gostrom accepted him as his own son and left the title of Baron to him, and I'll do my best to see his wishes carried out. Oh, this should not be actually a problem. Alright, go ahead and bless those guys. Fire on you. You berserk. Pain mirror. You run in up here. Gonna put precision on you guys. Attack the knight because he has a lot of HP. Attack the healers. So much for a lot of HP. I don't think they expected me to, like, do everything I can in a region thing. 90 XP. Galena doesn't seem upset. Farmir. Hello, Bill Gilbert. Thank you for your help. My father's been avenged, now he can rest in peace. Thank you once again. I always fight for truth. That's why I helped you and your father.
Baron Norge is dead. I feel it. At last I can leave this world. Thank you, Bill Gilbert. You did the right thing.
3,200 gold, 77 experience. Yes, you're avenged. Rest in peace, Gostrom. That wasn't actually bad at all. Yay! Oh, there's a quest over here at this hut. Oh, the gods. Oh, at last the gods have shown me some compassion and sent me a thankful listener. Come into my house and you'll hear the stories that will astonish and amaze you. Actually, I don't have time to hear stories. And by the way, my name is Bill Gilbert. My name is Archon. Have you heard of me? There was a time when everyone knew my name. I'd owned circus and traveled with it all over Darien. I showed people rare animals that didn't even exist in legends. I knew about you from Hall, the menagerie owner. His request has brought me here. Hall? Well, yes, he's my colleague and an old friend. How is this menagerie? How's my old friend Steven doing? He's alright. His menagerie is prospering. He sends you his greetings and asks why you don't come visit him. So you're saying that Hall has sent you? I don't think he sends you just to greet me and invite me to his place. What does he want? Because he's got another strange creature and doesn't know what to do with it, right? Something like that. He managed to buy a couple of evil beholders, and now he can't calm himself down until he finds out how they breed. Ah, what a laugh. Old Steven hasn't changed at all. Last time, he decided to confirm whether a bear that's been dyed white will stop being afraid of the cold. One day I had to drag him out of a bone dragon's den. I want to see how the bone dragon eats and if the food would fall through its ribs or not. And one time he put a phoenix into a well just to satisfy his curiosity. Oh no. Can you help me? Him? Ah, well, why not? I'll do what I can. I have some familiarity with those creatures. There's some information about them in my old records, but they're more stories than truth. One of those creatures with only its glance once forced an old warrior to cut the throat of his friend right in front of me. And after that, I'm ready to believe pretty much any fairy tale. Ah, here it is. Why don't you take it? This is everything I managed to find out about those monsters. If Steven cannot discover what he wants here, I don't know anyone who would be able to help him. God. Sheets. Several sheets, yellowed from time, are covered with different handwriting. You can read them. These papers contain information for the menagerie owner about the breeding of evil beholders. Huh. You carefully unfold the papers which Archon gave you. They seem to be collected notes written in several hands on the subject of evil beholders. Read the notes of Kirhan, professor of agriculture. Beholders are conventionally classified as animals, but like observations confirm that they breed like plants. You need to bury the eye of the beholder in the hard ground, preferably rich in granite, then water it plentifully. A dozen of the terrible creatures can grow up from a single eye. But be warned, if you water these eyes with blood, you may get stronger red beholders, which miners call evil beholders. On the basis of these methods, we can extrapolate the possibility of growing yellow, blue, and even black beholders. Until we have experimental confirmation of this, it remains only a theory. The witch Scalopea? Mating of evil beholders is a terrible sight. I have observed how after the dance of the love, the female beholder kills the male and consumes the body to provide its brood with food. Approximately 6 days later, the children will appear, about 10 hungry one-eyed creatures who themselves eat the mother from the inside. Note, from the limbs of the newborn evil beholders, you can extract a good poison antidote, and the eyes can be used for preparing the tincture of mandragora root without the need to wait for the full moon. Letter of resignation of Teodos Doggett. The letter is addressed to the Professor Tergan Demir and signed by Teodos Doggett, chief technician of the Megard Laboratory 127. The creatures, bred through the technology of escalation breeding under a guideline 667-934, escaped their cages after shooting hot rays of plasma onto the metallic surfaces of their locks. The incident involved the cooperation of two samples in neighboring cages. Given that the level of danger of the new creatures exceeds safety requirements of the mine, according to paragraph 78 of the laboratory's norms and regulations, the laboratory has been sealed and flooded with liquid gas. I take full responsibility for this incident and request to be immediately relieved of my duties. Let's see, there's also the treaty. The peace treaty which should be signed with the leader of the barbarians. Oh, it's you again, Bill Gilbert. So, have you found some time for listening to Old Archon? I don't have time to listen to your stories, but I would certainly be glad to help you if you have any need. I've never seen a royal servant offer his services of his own free will. Do you say you're ready to help me with all sincerity and kindness? Well, only fairies from fairy tales work for thanks and sage advice. Get my hint? Don't worry, young man. I was a mercenary when I was young. Your reward will be worthy. The job is simple. I had a bird, not a common one, but a speaking bird. And recently I forgot to close the cage, so he flew away. If you bring the bird back, I'll pay you. Money's not a problem. So, will you do it? I can see you're completely out of your mind in your old age. How can a bird talk? I've noticed that, like, characters in specifically German and Russian games are very rude. If you had wandered the world as much as I have, you would believe in any wonder. I've seen living stones in deep caves and speaking trees in the forests of elves. I collected my animals for my circus all over Andoria. By the way, my talking bird came to me right from the elves. He could speak only their language at the time, but he managed to learn 100 or so of our words during our voyage from Alinea to Darien. What a clever bird. It would be a pity if some predatory animal ate him. I'll look for your bird. Don't know where to look for that. So there's whatever is southwest of that town, and then there is southeast of Geffen. I'm going to save that for next time. So next time on King's Bounty the Legend, we're going to continue exploring Verlon Forest, picking up quests, maybe solving one or two. See you guys then.